Hello everyone and welcome to another review. Today we're going to go ahead and cover a fragrance from the house of L'Occitane. The fragrance is called Verveine, sometimes it's called Verveine Verbena, but I've seen it mostly as Verveine. Now this fragrance was released back in 2003. It's been out for a while now and it's kind of floated under the radar. I received a sample of it quite a long time ago, never really got into it and decided, alright, you know what, let me just complete this review since, there's kind of a little bit of a lull that I had to fill with some of my fragrance reviews, so I just figured I'll go ahead and cover it, right? Now, this fragrance I've seen is available in one main size from L'Occitane, if you can still find it. I actually did not see it in most of their retail stores, but I'm assuming that there's some stores you can actually see it around, and you can definitely purchase it online. But it's for $58 for 3.4 milliliters, so it's very respectably priced. It's not expensive at all, and that's pretty much it. So it's also different in terms of bottle design, as you just saw, from some of the other L'Occitane fragrances like Eau de Beau, like Vetiver. Then it's just different than those other two in design, right? So let's go ahead and get right into the notes of this fragrance. The notes of this fragrance consist of rose, geranium, lemon verbena, and lemon tree. Very simple right there. And as a result, what do I get when I smell this fragrance? I get lemon, right? Lemon is the predominant note. Now, it stays like that throughout. It reminded me of something immediately when I smelled it, and I kind of had to rack my brain for a bit to just kind of figure out what it was, and then I realized what it was. This reminds me of a lemon Jolly Rancher. It reminds me of the smell that you get, like when you have, after you've been sucking on a lemon Jolly Rancher for a while, and it kind of gives you off this lemon vibe. That's really what you're getting from this scent. Another thing to kind of compare it to is lemonade, like the artificial lemonade that you make. I think it was like Welch's or Country Farm or something like that, and you throw in the lemon powder and you just kind of mix it around in the huge jug of water. That's what this reminds me of. So it kind of comes off as very like an artificial lemon. Definitely food related and not really like a refreshing lemon. I was tempted to say refreshing at first, but I really can't find this refreshing because it almost just feels like I've fallen on wet Jolly Ranchers. Sorry about the train again. I go about 2-3 sprays with this sucker. I don't want to go heavy, and 2 is the most actually that I really felt comfortable with, just because it can get pretty cloying because it does have kind of like a sweetness to it, almost like a sickly sweetness to it. So you want to be careful with how much you spray on it. It's a great scent that I would possibly wear for like a casual scent. It's definitely more spring, summer oriented, and I think it's a good scent for younger people or people in high school or something like that. I think if you're old enough, or if you're older, you probably want to stay away from this fragrance, if you will. Compliment wise, it really did not get any compliments, mainly because of the performance. The other bad thing about this fragrance is it only lasts like 2 to 3 to possibly 4 hours on my skin maximum. After that, and the strangest thing is this. Projection wise, it's actually a pretty good projecting fragrance, and people are going to smell you from a good distance away, but once it drops, it drops. So it's like, it doesn't go into a dry down stage where it's like light on your skin or anything like that. It goes from, I'm smelling you, to what the heck happened, you're not wearing any fragrance anymore. It's gone, like that. So that was really strange, and that was pretty consistent with how it felt on my skin. I turn around 1 minute, and okay, I smell it, and the next, it's gone. I can't smell anything. So, just something strange going on there. So if I'm going to go ahead and give this... compliments. The compliments. So I didn't receive any compliments with this one, but I did get some comments regarding the, lemon, did you spill lemonade on you type things. And it wasn't really derogatory or anything like that. They were just curious, basically. And so, yeah, I'm not sure if that's a good sign or not, but take with it what you will. So if I'm going to go ahead and give this fragrance a rating, I give it a 3 out of 10. I really think that they were going for something fresh, for something clean, and if you look on their site, it's got great reviews on top of it, but to me, it's just a little bit too artificial lemony, and it really doesn't have much going on for it. Combined with the lack of versatility and the fact that it doesn't project, or not necessarily project, lack of versatility and doesn't last long, I'm kind of inclined to say that this is not really one of your best summer bets. But if you're a fan of lemon, if you're a fan of that lemony smell that I was talking about, you definitely want to check this one out because you're probably going to like it on that chance. And there's some people who are going to think that this smells, very refreshing on that. And I can definitely see how some people would think that this is a refreshing smell. But I can't really get behind it, and that's why it gets the rating that I give it. Alright, so if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free, send me a message, do whatever you got to do. Thank you guys, take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day.